Central region has become a hotspot for all politicians who would want to be on ballot as presidential candidate in 2022 general election. So every politician is trooping to Central region. Watu wa Central wajipange kula pesa ya siasa this time round. But this will continue in as much there will be no a strong presidential candidate from Mount Kenya. But as long as they will get one serious presidential candidate, then that equation will definitely change. So today we have seen a number of activities happening in Central region. Musalia Mudavadi was in his 2 days tour of Nyandarua County. Then Gideon Moi also took his way to Nyeri County for a church service at AIPCA Church for a fund drive. Then at the same time also, the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto made an emergency visit to Nyandarua County, where Musalia Mudavadi was, in the morning for a church service, then later for a homecoming of an MCA in Ruri Ward. So I want us today to look into Central Region matrix in 2022 general election. What role are they going to play? And then the kind of manifesto and ideology that is selling in Central Region. But before we go deep into that explanation, you might be watching me for the first time and you have not yet subscribed to this channel. My humble request is please consider to subscribe so that any other time, once I come out with a video like this one, you will always get notified. And to everyone who has subscribed, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Actually, the more you subscribe to the channel, the more you help us to reach more people. Again, to all the returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much for coming back again. Now let us get back to our discussion. So as of now, William Ruto is seen as an aspirant who has more support and following in Central Region. So Central Region as of now is one of the strongholds for William Samoei Ruto. But as we get into the future, when we are heading to the general election, when the politics will start shaping up, when now we understand who is on ballot and which side is so and so, that time is the time when people will start deciding which direction to take as of now. Because if you ask me or any individual outside there, how many presidential candidates will be on ballot? No one knows. No one understands because the plan is still going on. But once the decision will have been taken, and now we are heading to the election, what I understand is that the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto number in Central Region, the percentages might go down during that time because now every individual would have decided which direction they are going to take. So as of now, he's enjoying that number, and he needs to use every chance that he gets to defend the numbers that he is enjoying as of now in Central Region politics. But in as much he is trying to protect those numbers, still we have his opponent who also would want to go and have some number in the same area where the DP is controlling as of now. Watu kama akina Musalia Mudavadi, Gideon Moi is trooping there, Kalonzo Musyoka will go there, Raila Amolo Odinga also is preparing to go there. So all these individuals will come out with small percentages from that region. Wakitoa sword itakuwa inarudi na damu kidogo. But some chunk of what will probably remain for William Samoei Ruto. For example, if Ruto is enjoying like 80% as of now, as we will be heading to the general election, that number is going to reduce maybe to 60 there. But the worst thing will be if Central Region might come out with a strong presidential candidate in the next general election. Then after that, that matrix is going to change totally. So Ruto will definitely be kicked out of Central Region. His prayer should be Central Region should not get a strong presidential candidate on ballot. Then he go for a strong running mate in Central Region. So another matrix is that people like Musalia Mudavadi are still also hunting for a running mate in Central Region, just in case he will not work with the Kalonzo Musyoka. But if One Kenya Alliance will stay, then automatically Kalonzo Musyoka might be a running mate to Musalia Mudavadi. Again, Raila Amolo Odinga is foreseeing a situation whereby in case he will not be working with the Kalonzo Musyoka, then definitely will look for a running mate in Central Region. Because from Musalia Mudavadi, he has decided that he is no longer going to back Raila Amolo Odinga. So the issue of having Musalia Mudavadi as a running mate from Raila Amolo Odinga, that is not even something to think of because he's not there. So yes, it is true Ruto has to defend the Mount Kenya region vote. But remember, Musalia Mudavadi had visited Nyandarua County. Then Ruto made his way to the same region. So one thing that comes out clear is that whether Ruto planned or did not plan for that visit, the fact is that when he, in my view, is that Ruto visit to Nyandarua region was simply made to counter Musalia Mudavadi visit in the same area. Because Musalia Mudavadi program came earlier, 3 days earlier. Then Ruto just made an emergency visit in the same area where Musalia Mudavadi was. So many people might believe that this is a sign of panic for the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. And the good thing was that Ruto could have at least gone in another county. Let's assume like Gideon Moi was in Nyeri, so Ruto could go to another place, but within Mount Kenya, another county. So that way it could have come out differently. But going in the same area where another aspirant was simply shows that Ruto had panicked. That's why he made that emergency visit to that same region. So going forward, we will see more of these activities playing out. But one thing that is coming out clear is that now most of these individuals are now campaigning on a specific manifesto. There is that issue of abusing each other or naming each other might not play in 2022 general election. The issue of all those history that we are always being given outside there, maybe some people looking for a favor or what, might not work at least in 2022. So what is playing out is that someone goes to a place, sell his manifesto, then after that also counter your opponent manifesto in the same area. That's why you see when Musalia Mudavadi was in Central and in his team, Senator Sakaja was very clear trying to explain to the residents how William Samoei Ruto bottom-up approach to the economy and the promise that he's giving to the residents might not work. That's why I go ahead to mention some issues like when he was saying that the artisan in Kenya is about 7 million. Then, if you go to service providers in Kenya, we have around 8 million people doing that job. Then, if you go to hawkers, like 8 million, 3 million, sorry. You go to small-scale farmers, you find 4 million. So, when he do his calculation, he come out to tell you that the total people who are in this small-scale business in Kenya are about 22 million. So the question that he put to these people is that when Ruto is promising to give 100,000 to each and every small trader, that calculated total will mean that he is going to give around 2.2 trillion shillings to all the small-scale traders in Kenya for him to fulfill the bottom-up approach that he's selling to Kenyans. Then he put a question, if the Kenyan budget is about 3 trillion, so you remove 2.2 trillion from this money, what do you remain with? So that tells you that the bottom-up approach that Ruto is selling to residents might not work in 2022, but it's just a formula that he is using to get vote. So that way also, it is a good challenge. You challenge. Then you sell out your manifesto at the same time. So once he counters this, he goes on now to explain the Musalia Mudavadi manifesto, whereby he believed that in Musalia Mudavadi manifesto, when they are going to reduce taxes, like right now they are taxing even hizi mitungi za gas, so wameingiza tax paka kwa jikoni. That's what they are saying. So they are going to reduce taxes. Then also they go and seal all the stealing. You reduce the stealing, you seal all the holes that people are using to steal. Then again you go ahead to reduce the budget of the national government. So once you do this, you are reducing these taxes. Then in that manner you are relieving the citizen to at least have an easy time to do their business. In that way, the ANC might be providing a conducive environment for each and everyone to do business, like ile ya Kibaki, ile ilikuwa ya Kibaki. So that is the kind of model they are trying to sell out. And also William Ruto, he goes in one hand when he gets to church. He goes there to explain exactly what Raila Amolo Odinga is trying to counter him with. Akienda kanisani anasema ya kwamba these people are telling us not to give in the church. They are telling us not to build the churches. So he uses the Bible also to rebuke Raila Amolo Odinga and refer him to us, Tobias and Ananias. Christians are also buying into this because sisi wa Kenya tumezoea harambe. That's why you see when a Kenyan, when he has a problem, people will get into social media, they will raise fund for that person to at least get helped. So he counters Raila Amolo Odinga on that way. Then he tells the congregants that we will keep on coming in to contribute our resources to the church. So in that manner, the counter-attack narrative is working well, and as they sell on their manifesto and the model of the kind of model they want to use to approach to the current economy. Mudavadi even goes ahead to use the bottle to just to demonstrate to the citizen that the bottom-up approach might not apply when he demonstrated using the bottle with the water inside. So going forward, whoever is going to sell the best manifesto, how is going to package it, and how the other individuals will manage to counter-attack the narrative or the manifesto that other people are using, then that individual might have a good space in Kenyan politics. So the issue of history might not work in 2022. It is just the kind of economic model that the individuals will be selling to the citizen, then how you package your information to sell to the youth, Mamamboga, and all the people outside there. That is the only thing might work in 2022 general election. So, in as much Raila Amolo Odinga has not yet declared his presidential bid for 2022 because he's still waiting for President Uhuru Kenyatta's signal. The truth, in my view, is that already people used to understand that William Ruto will be on ballot and Raila Odinga will be on ballot. But one good thing that is happening, in my view, is that Musalia Mudavadi, however, in whichever way, he is trying so much to make sure that he is coming to the map and be one of the strongest contestants in this 2022 general election. And that we should give a plus to him, in my view, because the man has really tried all the way. And as you talk about 2022 general election, even in all the media, even be it mainstream media, you will see the name Musalia Mudavadi popping in. So that one is a plus for Musalia Mudavadi. He is coming up, and he is even poking hole to other areas where other individuals have already invested in those areas. And that is working for Musalia Mudavadi. That's why you see someone like Ruto might panic, go and counter. You will see Raila Amolo Odinga trying to repackage himself, coming out with another narrative to manage that situation. So going forward, we will see how things will work. But in my view, in 2022, we might have 3 strong presidential candidates. But again, the matrix might change. If Central Region might get a strong presidential candidate to be on ballot, then that will bring a different change in the kind of politics that we might be facing in 2022. Thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. Drop your comment, tell me what you think about this, and please remember to like our video. May good God bless you, and see you in my next video.